Have you ever looked at your life and thought, is this still what I want to do? Nothing dramatic, not impulsively, just quietly. Yeah, same. Welcome to the Balanced Recruiter, a slightly unhinged, definitely honest, and occasionally helpful space where we talk about burnout, balance, career shifts, identity changes, and why your to-do list still has 19 things on it, even though you've been working all day, in theory. Hi, I'm Chastity, professional plate spinner, laundry dodger, proud puppy mom, and currently resisting the urge to book a rainy runaway somewhere with really good tea and zero expectations. So today, we're talking about starting over. Starting over rarely begins loudly. It starts small. When work feels heavier than usual, when Sunday scaries hit earlier, when you feel disconnected from what you used to be excited about, when you're tired in a way sleep cannot even fix it, or when you pull up into the parking lot and you start getting a headache. Sometimes it's not burnout. Sometimes it's just, this doesn't feel like me anymore. And that realization, it's uncomfortable. Whenever someone considers change, the same question shows up. Is it too late? Too late at 30s? Too late at 40s? Too late at 50? But here is the truth. It's rarely about age. It's almost always about fear. The fear of starting from scratch, the fear of the money changes, financials, judgments, the feeling of losing your identity, or the fear of not being good anymore. Starting over feels like grief and hope happening all at the same time. I saw something recently that said, starting over in your 40s, it's not a setback. It's a power move. And honestly, I felt that. The season of life isn't about proving anything anymore. It's about choosing yourself boldly, rewriting your story, stepping into something that actually fits. Because no matter your age, you can pivot, you can transition, you can start again. And sometimes you just have to love yourself enough to do it. For me, starting over wasn't clean or confident. It was messy. Leaving something familiar meant leaving a version of myself behind too. I felt unsure, emotional, relieved, scared, definitely lighter. Starting over didn't feel brave at first. It just felt necessary. It wasn't an idea that just popped in my head right away. It was something that I sat on. I started getting the uncertain feelings, the headaches, the feeling of not feeling satisfied, not feeling fulfilled anymore. But that feeling of not being fulfilled or wondering if that was what my life was going to be like for the rest of my life, that scared me more. I also had no idea what I wanted to do when I made the shift. I just knew that I had to make a change. And lately, as I think about the times that I have, the song by Brada Is actually pops in my head, starting all over again. Now, I know it's about love, but those first lines, they still hit. Now, I'm not going to sing it for you, don't worry. But it says starting all over again is gonna be rough. And honestly, yeah, it is. Starting over is uncomfortable. It's uncertain. It's absolutely humbling, but it's also helpful. Because starting over doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're still growing. The second line of the song, it says, "We're gonna make it." And I believe you will. Honestly, if I had to pick a place, starting over feels like Vancouver. Rainy sidewalks, warm tea in your hands, and nowhere you need to rush to, except maybe to Brecca Bakery and Cafe. This is just a space to think, breathe, and figure things out slowly. Starting over is not glamorous. It looks like being new again, asking questions, feeling awkward, doubting yourself, rebuilding your confidence slowly. And yes, sometimes people won't understand. But here's what I've learned: peace over pride, alignment over approval, and growth over comfort. So, when is too late? Here's the truth: it's too late when you stop listening to yourself. That's it. People reinvent themselves at 35, 42, 51, 63. Heck, we even hear some 70 or 80-year-olds going back to college. Your timeline is yours, and starting over doesn't erase what you've built. It uses it. Nothing is wasted. It's just added knowledge. If balance looks like trusting yourself, if balance looks like choosing peace over pressure, if balance looks like loving yourself enough to start over again, then that's enough. Thanks for hanging out with me today on The Balance Recruiter. If this episode resonated with you, please follow the show, share it with someone who might need it, and I'd really appreciate if you left a rating or a review. It really helps more people find us. This podcast was made for us, the tired, the overthinkers, the burnt out, the ones who want to live purposeful and peaceful lives. Remember, burnout is real. Balance is the goal. And I'm somewhere in between, learning that starting over isn't failure. It's growth. See you on the next episode.